Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a blessed Sunday. This is Bill. I'm an alcoholic. This video is going to be about the tools that I've picked up and learned along the way to keep me sober. Today's 1 year, 4 months, and 22 days since I've had a drink. I still feel good. I feel wonderful, actually. Mentally, physically, and I feel healthy as an ox now, where I always felt kind of ill all the time. I didn't always have these tools. When I first sobered up, which was September 23rd, 2019, the first tool I had was my Bible. The first thing I did was apologize to God for forsaking Him, turning my back on Him, and I asked Him for forgiveness and help to get sober. Very important tool. I use it every day, twice a day, once in the morning and once at night before I go to bed. Sometimes I fall asleep, and if I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I will apologize for not praying before I fell asleep and give a quick prayer and let Him know that I'll be talking to Him in a few hours. I'm grateful for my life now. I try to find the best in everything, every day. It was a very important step to ask for forgiveness. I never knew what apologies were. I never owned up to anything I ever did. Day 2 of my sobriety, I met my therapist. Her name's Madison. Very important tool in my life still today. We still meet either viral or in office. COVID really kicked back a lot of our in-office visits, and that's how we got onto the viral thing. But unless she was on vacation, we've met every week since. Sometimes twice a week to make up for a week that she couldn't. Everybody's like, how do you afford to pay for therapy? Well, I don't know how I afforded all the alcohol I used to buy. $95 a week for my sanity and a safe haven of a place to talk about my skeletons, talk about what I've done. How do you put a price on that? She's a godsend. I lucked out when I found her. That was really the only two tools I've had. I had advice from people that had quit drinking for years. Recent, a lot of them suggested AA. I personally, I ruined AA for me years ago when I was younger and I was forced to stop drinking, or I was going to go to jail as a teenager and in my 20s and 30s. The places I went, a lot of hypocritical people, including myself. What do you think I did as soon as I left? I went and got drunk. I didn't ever really disclose anything in any of those meetings, so I was never getting anything out of it anyhow. Where I always found the problem was the people that had the best dramatic scenes that movies would pay millions for, and after we got done, they would be at the store buying a 12-pack or a case, popping it in their vehicle, and driving home. Not that I don't believe in AA. I know a lot of people that use it, require it, and I totally support them with it. I personally ruined it for myself, and I was afraid to. I guess I was afraid to give in early on. So the Lord and Madison were it for a long time. And friends at home, one important one, Monica. I don't know if you've watched any of my videos, Monica, but I don't know if I've ever shared as much love for you as you have for me. This woman has bought me so many different journals, and I still keep my notes that she sent me. That was a huge thing I was told to do, was journal everything. She even got me this Today I Affirm book. That helped a lot too. But each and every one of these is about full. If they're not full, they're close to it. I've journaled every dream, every thought, any question that I may have for anyone at any time. Early on, my dreams were lucid as hell, and I didn't make sense of a lot of them. So it was good to write them down and be able to remember them, so I could research what they meant. Some I still have no idea what they meant, but it also was a very important role. The night that I drank, or last night I drank, I said in my first video, I wrecked my neighbor's BMW that was parked next to my truck, and I still think that I put a dent in Ian's bumper because he was parked behind me, and they were parked next to me and behind me for a reason, which is great, because I probably wouldn't be here today to talk to any of you, because after months of dream researching, I know now where I was headed. I was headed to do vehicle suicide. I know it. Thank God I didn't do it. I've learned so much about myself that I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I love myself now. It was a bad mistake that I made. Horrible mistake. I can't take it back. I just keep moving forward. And not everybody has to forgive me. I forgive myself. I know how sick I was. Any of you going through the same thing, you know how sick we are. Nothing matters as long as we get what we want. So like I said, journaling everything was very important. Still is. I still do it. Amongst my busy schedule, I still find time to jot down things that I need to remember so I don't forget. And that leads me back to my therapist. Now, I said she's a godsend. I knew the moment I walked in her office, we were meant to meet each other. She was meant to help me. And that let me keep my guard down. And I want to let everyone know this wasn't law related. The horrible, nasty thing I did, I was never arrested for. I always thought I was going to be. But I wasn't. There's no outstanding law situation over any of it. I just reached my darkest day, to the bottom of the bottom. So, her and I, for months, I don't think she said very many words because I had so much to spew out that I don't think I ever let her get a few words in edgeway, other than, hey, how you doing? How things going? And then for 50 some minutes straight, blah. This is how my week went. This is that. Then she'd close with a few words, and we'll pick up where we left off next week. It was a beautiful relationship. But I felt even more comfortable with her as time went on, because it's like she understood me. And a lot of people never understood me. Of course, I didn't understand me most of the time, so how did I ever expect anyone else to? But I'm going to say it was probably around this time last year, she sent me a text. It was a meditation video. I talked about it in my very first video that I've made. It was called Fuck That Meditation. She was leery about sending it to me. I said, don't ever be leery about the word fuck. I like the word fuck. It's a stress reliever, sentence enhancer. So don't ever think I'm going to get offended by the word fuck. Now gather. 1 year, 4 months, 23 days earlier. Everything I'm about to tell you, everything I've been telling you about so far, I thought was bullshit, hocus pocus crap. I didn't believe in any of it. And I slowly was able to open my mind and my heart at the same time to let in these things that I was slowly learning about. So, as I said, she sent me a Fuck That meditation. If I wasn't listening to one of my meditation videos right now, I would display it. And one of these videos, I will try to figure out how to put it in a link or something. I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know a whole lot of what I can and can't do here. But I'll figure it out, and I will share it. I have shared it many times on Facebook and on Instagram. Again, William Fanton and Billy Fanton, my Facebook account and my Instagram account. So she sent me that video. It was about 5 minutes long. And I had to text her right back, and I had to tell her, I said, I love it. And that sparked something in my head. Well, if you can meditate and use the word fuck, it can't be all that bad. So I started digging through a bunch of meditation videos, using the word fuck, and then finding other sources. Excuse me for a second. So it really sparked my interest. What else is out there? And I've had an Instagram account probably for 2 years now, 3, going on 3. I don't know how long. I was pretty new to it. Facebook I've had for at least 11 since my house arrest. That's the only reason why I got it. I was so against Facebook when it first came out, but I was stuck on house arrest for 3 months, and my brother was telling me how cool it was to meet up with old people on Facebook. So I'm like, fuck it. I got 3 months on my free time on my hands. I can't go nowhere. So I signed up to Facebook and reconnected with a lot of people that I went to school with, that I met from other towns. People I haven't talked to in 20 some years. So it was fun. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not against Facebook. I'm not against Instagram. However, you can get sucked down the rabbit hole very quickly. So I with what I do, I don't, I hate to say it, I don't surf a lot of people's stuff. I'm on there, I'm posting. When you hear how many different sites I go to on YouTube to post videos in the morning, you understand that I eat up a whole hour of my day finding the right videos that I want to post for the day. And I listen to most of them all the way through before I even post them. So I spend a lot of time doing that. And then Instagram. I don't know how to post YouTube videos on Instagram. From what I've gathered, it's almost impossible. So it's a morning ritual of Facebook, bunch of videos, and then I go about my day. Gym. I've been a Planet Fitness member for years from West Seneca. I think when I was coach for Bonaventure hockey. I was a little out of shape. I had torn my Achilles, really put on the weight because I didn't take my painkillers, but I used the bottle as my painkiller and into an excess, which, my father, he's still in prison because of his addiction to painkillers. So, if I didn't learn anything from anyone before, watching that man rot in jail for 20 years for robbing a drugstore for painkillers did teach me that with my addictive personality, that's probably something I ought to stay away from. And I was able to do it. I used my painkillers, in the beginning, just to take the edge off, and I hated how I felt taking them. So I went right back to booze, and which was fine. But wow, I totally went off track. Anyhow, yeah, the gym, very important to me. Day 2 of my sobriety. My little cub upstairs, Ian. Yeah, I'll go to the gym with you, Dad. I was able to lean on that kid for a lot of support early on. And, him and Tori, my oldest, they watched me quit, drink to excess. So it was nice that he stood behind me and went to the gym with me every day. It was almost like he was my coach, patting me on the ass. You got it, Dad. You got it. So that was a big move too. I went to the gym a lot. I worked at Bonaventure, so I got to use their gym. When I was up north, I was at Planet Fitness. I got the black membership, so I could go to any gym in the U.S., and I have. When we were on hockey tournaments with kids and young, I was able to go to the gyms near the hockey rinks, and it did me good. And then I went away from it. I moved down here to south, and I never stepped foot in the gym again until day 2 of my sobriety. So September 24th, 2019 was my first day back into the gym. Probably since May of 2017. Which is sad. I put more time into drinking than the hour that I put in the gym. And I never could ever seem to find that hour of the gym time. It was more important to drink. So I regularly go to the gym. I used to find any time that I could, before work, after work. Gyms used to be open 24/7. Fortunately, COVID has limited hours. I've been in Atlanta. I've been in Brunswick. I've been in Duluth, Georgia. I've been all over North Carolina. I go to Gardner now and in my home gym in Mooresville. I very rarely take a day off. If I do, it's because I'm working that weekend and I can't make it on that Saturday because I start work the day when they open, and it's hard to go to the gym after work after I'm used to going before work, because going to the gym before work, makes my day so much more focused, and it's easier to concentrate after putting that hour in the gym and then going to work. And I learned that when I worked third shift up in Buffalo. I'd go in the gym at 10:30, and I'd be out of there by 11:30 and clocking into work at midnight. So it helped me stay awake on the third shift, and you'd think it would be different, but it wasn't. Got that adrenaline going and helped me stay awake through the shift, and now it helps me stay focused. And I put those headphones on, and YouTube rocks me with whatever song it decides it's going to play for me today. But as I said, I used Instagram and Facebook to research stuff. And I was on Instagram and YouTube, sorry. I was on Instagram and I heard a song and had spoken word with it. And the beats caught my attention. I'm like, wow, what is that? It was a commercial for something, an advertisement. And I could not figure out for the life of me what it was, who it was. And I'm like, I guess, what is it, Shazam? Even Shazam couldn't tell me what it was. And I went on the link on the Instagram, and I went over to Facebook and YouTube, and I found, I still don't remember who did the music behind it, but the spoken word was by a man called Alan Watts. So he was probably one of my first spiritual guides, outside of God himself, that really caught my attention. And I'll go through all the people that I've found on Facebook or through Instagram, but I post videos of them daily on my YouTube channel. Alan Watts is still on top of my list, and I hate that this seems like it's scripted, but there's no way I would remember all these names, and it's just 2.5 pages long. But Alan Watts, one of the first ones, Vishuddha Das, his name used to be Koi, very, very spiritual, another important spiritual guide. Stephen Furtick, Heather Lynn introduced me to him early on. He's a preacher. I can't remember which church, but I watch his stuff, and I subscribe to his YouTube channel. So he's a damn good preacher. Above Inspiration, that's I post a morning prayer, and my morning prayer comes from them every day. And Awaken Insight, I don't know the guy's name. I have not been able to figure it out, but very spiritual fella. And that's his YouTube channel, is Awaken Insight. Another one's Key Motivation. Motivational, usually 10-15 minute long motivational speech. Russell Brand, the actor. Never knew he was a drug addict. Never knew he was an alcoholic. Never knew he was going through recovery either. Very inspirational fella. However, I think I've posted every video that he has, so now I'm doing replays for anyone that never caught the ones from before. I really like his videos, so he's very important to me. And especially being now Vishuddha Das, he's also a recovering alcoholic, got in some legal trouble. So I can relate to both of them, being that I hit my rock bottom as they did. Law of attraction coaching, another motivational speech. Healthy mindset, motivational speech. Inspired daily. I don't ever mark them as the morning prayers, but it's usually they're good. They could be marked as morning prayers, but Above Inspiration was my first one, so they stay my morning prayer. Great meditation. I use them every morning for my meditating. They're usually the first YouTube channel I go to when I first waking up at 3:30 in the morning. I sit with them for a good 10 minutes, do their guided meditation, and then I go through all these other channels and pick out what videos I like and which ones I will post for the day. I do not know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to spell it. Sadhguru. He's very inspirational. Definitely a spiritual leader and a guru. I can't say enough about his videos. I post him every day. Motivational Today, another series of motivational speeches. NRG8. This one's not them, but their meditation music, somewhere between 3 to 5 hours long. If if you work in an office, you're sitting in a cubicle, or if you have a long drive, they help you release your mind of worries, troubles. Motivation Archives, another set of motivational speeches. Your World Within. They don't post many videos, but when they do, I post them. Absolute Meditation or Motivation. Again, they have very good videos. They just don't post that many of them. Manifest Yourself. They teach you how to manifest what your desires are. I watch them regularly to help me manifest what's going on in my life. Evolution Mind, also meditation music. Usually I don't pick and choose over one or the other. It's usually the first one that I find when I'm going through my YouTube channels. Mooji is another great, and it's spelled Mooji if you're interested. Great motivational speaker, awesome spiritual guide. Big Think. Big Think has some great videos, and then they have some that don't relate to what I'm trying to put out there for my people. So I have to handpick Big Think videos to try to stay in my motivational, sobriety, spiritual mind. Believe it or not, Henry Rollins is on there a lot, and being that he was the front man for Black Flag, you wouldn't think that man would be very spiritual, but he really is. Wonderful man. I actually met him in person at UB once. Just a regular human being. So I try to find any motivational videos of him, and I post them. Global motivation. I think no. This one's the magic of dreaming. This station that I'm listening to right now. Global motivation. Very good motivational speeches. They get posted every day. They have a lot. And Calm. Calm has guided meditation. I don't post them that much because they don't post that much, but they have guided meditation. They have sounds, stories. It's well worth the listen. Simply Hypnotic, another meditation music site. Angel Motivation. They also they could be my morning prayer, but as I said, Above Influence was my first, so I stick with them. Meditative Mind and Magic of Dreaming. As I said, I believe this one is Magic of Dreaming. Meditative music. That's my YouTube series. There's also Chris Dyer. He's on my Instagram list that I'm gonna give you guys here now, but he's got a YouTube channel. Every Sunday though on Instagram, he puts out a video, and the man is very inspiring. As an artist, positive artist. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't remember what Positive Creations, I think, is the name of his artwork company. But don't hold me to that, because I love his artwork, but I more watch him for his inspirational videos that he puts out every Sunday. So I post him every Sunday when he puts his video out. But he does have a YouTube channel, and worth checking out either on Instagram or on YouTube. Now, as I said, Instagram's the one that found me. Alan Watts, he was the first one that, he was my first spiritual guide. And I go to each one of these sites every day in the afternoon, because I'm guessing some of these Instagram pages are West Coast, because some of the posts that I put out there, I don't even get their latest ones until close to lunchtime, so close to noon. But nonetheless, everything aligns. Very, very, they have a daily affirmation. Crystals. You just got to check out their page. And very important part of my sobriety and what I do for my afternoon posts. I repost all of their posts on my Instagram page. I screenshot and crop and then make it mine, and then I share it. After I shared it on Instagram, I share it on my Facebook page. And I say page, but those that know me, I have 2 William Fanton Facebook accounts. One was supposed to be PG-13, and one was supposed to be non-rated. But as I've progressed as a human, and getting connected into this spiritual world, a lot of stuff that I used to find humorous, I'm like, why did I find that funny? So there's still some dark humor out there, but I'm probably eventually going to combine the two pages because I don't put anything vulgar out there anymore that would offend anybody. So it'd make my life a little easier. I only have to contend with one Facebook page instead of two. But, that's nor here nor there. But again, Chris Dyer always has news feeds and his Sunday video. Vishua Das, I first found him on Instagram, and he had some guided meditation videos on his Instagram page, and that's how I found him on YouTube and his Facebook page. And everything aligns, like I said, very, well worth checking out. Source messages, they put out one daily post a day. Occasionally they have a second affirmation, but being that I've been into this for probably a year now, or close to it, it all seems to align now. I used to nitpick in the beginning because I was unsure of how I actually felt and how things were going, but now it all seems to align. Everything I read, everything I post, everything I watch and post, it's a huge relief. The next site, Third Eye Thoughts, they got a daily affirmation, positive quotes. Sometimes they go into astrology, but more or less the affirmation and the positive posts. Been an important site for me on Instagram. Spiritual Awakening, another positive quotes, daily affirmation. They've been very important along this journey with me. Moon Omens. Now, they have daily affirmation, a daily positive quote, and they do a lot of astrology stuff. They have other stuff, positive quotes, but, with the name Moon Omens, they're more aligned with the astrology aspect of the universe and spirituality. The Higher Vibes Club, very important. I post four of their posts a day. They have the spiritual numbers post. They do a vibe of the day, which is a spiritual quote, or a good vibe quote. They have a daily affirmation, and since the new year, they pick a word now, and they use something. They use the spiritual positive definition behind that word. They're one of the ones I think's in the West Coast, though, because I don't get their daily affirmation until close to noon. But I look forward to reading their stuff and posting it every day. And the last one that I post their stuff. Again, I wasn't an English major. I failed my senior year of high school because of English. So I'm gonna spell it. It's SPIRITUALITIC. I'm not gonna embarrass myself and try to spell it or pronounce it. So they've been new. I just found them right around the first of the year. They do an angel message, an affirmation, and a daily, or affirm, and then their daily affirmation. So they have 3 posts, and I look forward to reading theirs every day. and posting them and sharing them. So really, those are my tools. Outside humans, I rely on them. Conversations are good. But like I said, even though social media can be positive and used in positive ways, it also can suck you down into the rabbit hole. Just like government, just like politics, your local news, your world news, they don't suck you down and get you out of whack. So as I said, I stay away from getting sucked into other people's worlds and worrying about what everybody else is doing. I have way too much on my plate, and trying to stay positive and trying to stay on my own self than to visit other people's stuff. If I know you personally and your news feed pops up on Facebook or your news feeds on Instagram, or you're in the short distance of, all right, I just opened up Facebook and I'm getting ready to post stuff, and hey, what'd you post today? You'll get a heart comment usually, but I don't have time to search other people, and I apologize. I don't know if people actively search me or I just flood Facebook and Instagram with everything I post in a day, and I just happen to pop up on their stuff. But I appreciate everybody that comments. I get a lot of comments, hey, I needed that today, and that's why I do it. It helps me. I read everything. I watch everything. I keep journals. I pray. I talk to my therapist once a week. And most importantly, now I'm doing these videos. If one person gets something out of it, that's what it was for. I went into this blind, scared, and I think I'm doing all right. We've made it 1 year, 4 months, 22 days. And tomorrow be another day, God willing. So, holy cow, I just wasted 42 minutes of everybody's time. Hopefully you all stuck around this long. But, all right, I'm going to sign off. I look forward to any comments, questions, concerns, hopefully some likes, some new subscriptions to my channel. And I love y'all. Much love, positive vibes. Talk to you all soon.